TV, and today is another day in this film free online film course, and to the glory of God, we are happy that ever since we started this class, we've gotten people who has benefited from what we are doing and will keep doing. This class started last week. You are welcome back. Sorry for that break in transmission. I can see we have a guest in the house. Please, if you are watching me right now, you can just signify by saying hi. Just say hi, then I will know right now you are watching me so that I can acknowledge you. Yes, I wish to acknowledge you, to welcome you to this life. Oh, Testimony TV, you are welcome. And anyone that is watching me right now, just say hi for me to know you are here with me. Last week, we started this class and we were able to go through history of drama in Nigeria. If you remember vividly, in this class, I told you that late Hubert Ogunde turned theater to a professional job in Nigeria in 1946. If you don't forget, the Tiger Empire was the play that was carried out then. And Music Research African Party was the group that turned theater from amateur practice to professional practice in Nigeria. And it was this year, 1946, that people paid to watch a theatrical piece in Nigeria. Thank you for following up. And that last week, we were able to differentiate between a producer and executive producer. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the comments. God bless you. Producer and executive producer. If you don't forget, I told you then that a producer drops his or her money for theater, for producing either stage production or film. Then, if a producer drops his or her money, what is the function of an executive producer? So I told you then that an executive producer is someone who wants to trade with his or her own money. Someone that wants to trade with his or her own money. Please, if you are in the house, just say hi. Just say hi. Let me know you so that I can acknowledge you. You need to be acknowledged, please. I need to welcome you, and especially I need to say thank you for watching this live. I need to welcome you, then tell you you are welcome to this life. Please, people who are calling, please, we are in the class already, producer. Then give her or give him money for production. But today, we really want to deal with writing a successful script. Writing a successful script. Please, Mr. Temitope, please don't call me right now. Don't call me right now. Go to Star Picture on YouTube, then join this live. Go to Star Picture on YouTube, then join this live. Please, we don't attend call for now. We are all here to learn in one way or the other. Please. So we want others to join us so that we can learn to the fullest. Please, we are here to learn. This is not a time for call. Honestly, this is not the time for call. This is not the time for call. Please don't call me right now. Let us be attentive to learn. We want to learn, or we are here to learn. Please, please. Thank you. So, the main topic for today is writing a successful script. Write a script that will be generally acceptable. We want to learn how we can write a script successfully. And what I mean by successfully is write a script for another. Yeah, we are welcome back. Sorry, a lot of our people are trying to come online to join us, and they are having network issue, network everywhere. So sorry for the break in transmission again. I don't really like how it's going here about the calls, but for now, we don't have a choice. Please. So today, we want to tackle script writing. There is no difficulty in writing script. Some people find it so difficult to write a script. And the reason is because they don't get or have the key to it. So, the essence of today's lesson or class is to give you the right and the proper key to your script writing. When you have the keys, when you have the proper know-how, you will find it so easy to write scripts, and you write as many as possible. But before we go into it, there is something we were not able to mention last week. Naija consolidate, Naija, yeah, we are seriously having network issue, but to the glory of God, this class will be successful. I'm very certain that this class will be successful. Last week, we shifted something to today. And those things, they are the elementary knowledge or facts that will really help us in script writing. Another person is in the house. Please just say hi or comment so that I can acknowledge you and welcome you to this live streaming. You are welcome. You are welcome. Another person is joining us now. So we want to learn how to write a successful script. today. Honestly, after this class, you write your script professionally. You can even write and sell to people, because I have done that on several occasions. Yes, I write for producers, I write for directors, I write for people, for script makers, and more. So you too can learn here today. You can learn how to write script successfully, and you'll be making money from it. So we are giving this lecture free because we want people to really benefit from this knowledge. What are these elementary points or facts that you need to know even before you pick your pen? These things are 6, and they are the elements of drama. Hello. Before you pick your pen to write a script, do you know the 6 elements of drama? Out of these 6 elements of drama, at least 4 or 5 must reflect in your script. If these things, so what I'm saying is, if you are able to put these 6 things into consideration, even before picking your pen to write, my brother and my sister, you are going to have a successful script. Number 1, well, let me first of all mention these elements of drama which are needed in your script, or which are needed in your production. Let us use the word production. But you cannot have a production without a script. These 6 elements of drama must be present in your production. Number 1, we have plot, characters, thoughts, diction, music, and spectacle. Let me mention again: plot, character, thoughts, diction, music, and spectacle. Let me pick the first one: plot. What is a plot? A plot is a sequence of events within a play that tells a story. Remember last week, I told us that we want to tell a story. Somebody will say, I want to produce film. You want to produce film, but don't forget the fact that it is a story that you want to tell. So before picking your pen to write, you must let your plot be well constructed. Plot is a sequence of events within a play that tells a story. It is your plot that tells the story. So the plot has to be well constructed. Somebody gave me a script sometimes ago, and I read through. I read for 2 to 3 days. I didn't understand what he's trying, to say. I have to give the script out to others. The same complaint that I have was their complaint. That kí ló ń try láti sọ. And the reason is because the plots are not well sequenced. One thing will lead to another. If you want to write a script and 1 is not leading to 2, 2 is not leading to 3, 3 is not leading to 4, you just pick, okay, somebody is running, another person is jumping, another person is sleeping, another person is crawling, another person is flying, another person is doing this, another person, we see him here, we see him there. There must be connections. Your plot must connect. Don't just see, okay, we want to write a crime story. Let us see the guy with gun, shooting around, stealing, robbing, come home, enjoy his life, go to a club, do this, do that. It is not just to have events. No, you must understand that your plot must be well sequenced. It must be well sequenced. This thing must lead to this one. This one must lead to this one. So the first element of drama is plot. If you want to write a good and successful script, you must have a good plot. A good plot means what you are telling in that story, how one leads to another, how one leads to another. Please, it is very, very important. Consider it. Number 2 is character. Character. A person or individual in the drama that have personal quality. Hello? In your script or in your production, which you are writing for, you must have, there should be character. Okay, if you say, I have a pastor, there are different types of pastor. And don't forget the first thing we mentioned was plot. Understand? So don't derail or divert from your continuity. Pastor Adekunle is a fake pastor. There are attributes of fake pastors. So these attributes must be included in the story. Do you get what I'm saying? As you are writing your script, don't just write letter. Some people write scripts like letter. No. What are the characters you are having in that production? You must put those characters into consideration. Don't write letter and call it script. Don't write letter and call it script. No. When you are writing a script, consider your characters. Consider your characters. Okay, Mr. Adelolu is a teacher. What type of teacher he is? There are different types of teachers. Oh, Mr. Badmus is a doctor. What type of doctor? So, character is very, very important, because we've seen productions where they got to set and they read the script out and the actors were like, okay, so how do you want me to carry this thing out? That's a poor script. Your actors should not get to your set then be asking you how to carry the job out. Your story must have, or your script must have defined the type of actor you are putting on set, or the type of character such actor is coming to do on your set. Today, we are studying writing a successful script. I said, don't write letter and call it script. Let your script have what we call plot, which is the first element of drama. Second, character. Character. Let the characters be well spelt. Shangobi is a poor man. Yes. So let the lines, when we get to that, don't worry, let the script really define and explain the character of that actor. The third thing, which is an element of drama, is thought. Thought. Don't pick your pen to write letter, I said. When you have plot and you have character, the next thing for you to consider before writing any script is thought. What is the meaning of thought in drama? This is the reason behind the character's action. In your script, at the end of the play, that character you are portraying, you must let us know your thoughts in your script. Don't let your audience watch your film and start asking or questioning themselves that what's the meaning of this film. Don't let them watch your film and begin to ask that what are you trying to say? Because when your script is being packaged into movie, you will not be there when it will be watched. I remember my boss today, Apinyinka David. He says, when your actors when your audience need to call you before they get the reason or what you are trying to say in your production, he said that production is a poor production. It is not you that will be explaining what you are trying to say. No. You shouldn't be the one that will be telling people what you are driving at. That is a poor production. Very, very poor one. Very, very poor. Very, very poor. If you have to begin to call your audience, tell them, no, this is what we are trying to say. You shouldn't be trying to say. Your script must expose your thoughts. And the thought is the reason behind your character's action. In the story, you said there is a man who kills every woman around. He will invite them and kill them. He will show them love, fake love, you mean? I know. Fake love, I mean. Fake love, buy them things, then kill them. At the end of the day, the story just ends. And your audience are now asking, oh, Kulicent TV, you are welcome. Kulicent, you are welcome. Thank you. So at the end of the day, your audience are now asking, why is this man killing people? So they have to now call you either as a script writer or as a producer to explain. Maybe you're a producer and you are the one that writes your script to explain. No, that's a poor production. That's a poor production. Hello, sir. Hello, ma. Your script should be able to explain your thoughts. And this is one of the elements of drama. Olatomide Weje, welcome on board. You are a guest in the house. I really, really appreciate you for coming. So we are talking about writing a successful script. Your plot, don't forget, sequencing of events, your character, the personal quality your actor is displaying or giving to you in the production. Your thoughts. Thought is the reason behind every actions in your production. Thanks for the comments. God bless all of you. Thank you. Yes, Kulicent, script is the foundation of all film productions. Yes, it's the foundation. And when the foundation is not well laid, the whole house will crumble. So, as I said earlier, it is not you after producing the film and people begin to call you, hello, we don't understand what you are trying to do. This is what I'm trying to say. That man that is killing everybody, and this is the reason. No, that's a poor production. Your script alone should be able to explain everything. If you are writing a script and the script is not explaining, is not defining and giving proper explanation of your production, that script is not a successful script. So I want you to write a successful script. That is why we are having this class. Put your plot into consideration, put your characters into consideration, then your thoughts, the reason why it's happening. Don't be carried away by anything. Don't be carried away and forget the reason why you are producing that film. Oh, Adituni TV, you are welcome, sir. Thank you. I really appreciate your support. I really, really appreciate your support. So the next one is diction. People are mixing two things together. They are getting two things twisted. Diction and accent. There is difference between diction and accent. Right now, I am speaking English, but my diction right now is English. I am speaking English to us, but my accent might be different from another person. Had it been I'm an Americana, the way I'll be talking will be different from this one. Hello, my people. You're welcome here today. You are welcome here today. Yeah, this is what we're talking about. That is accent. That is accent. But diction, it's a compulsory element of drama, but many people don't know. When you are writing your script, try to emphasize on the kind or type of diction you want to go for. And what is diction? The language through which the story or character is presented. It is possible we have English production, and in that English production, there is somebody who is a palm wine tapper who came either from the East, it is common in the East. Understand? The way, and this man doesn't understand English, so he has to speak his own language. So in that production now, you are having two. Thank you. Thank you. You are welcome back. So the diction of that man has to do with what? With his character. It is possible to be a rich man and be so, rich man, but too local. A local rich man. The script must define why. He does his things. He's so rich that he buys a car, but he treks with legs. When a rich man treks in your film, and you end the film without telling the audience why he prefer to trek, his convoy will be coming, but he will be in front walking with his leg. And at the end of the production, we see different things, but we don't know why such things happen. They now have to call you, and you will be telling them or talking to them why this, why that. That is not a successful script. So the script must define the thoughts. And spectacle. I remember the first day I heard this word, I said, do you mean spectacle? I be glasses. Do you know what is spectacle in production or in drama? Everything you see when you experience a play is called spectacle. The beauty of everything, the beauty of your plots, the beauty of your character, the beauty of your thoughts, the beauty of your music, because the last element of drama is music. So the beauty of your music, everything, the beauty of everything is spectacle. So there must be spectacle, and the script writer will add all these elements of drama into the script, and the actors, we need good actors now, and the good actors will bring this written script into screen. That's a topic for another day, that is translating the script to screen. But today, we are still on writing a successful script. Please, I think you jot these things down. These 6 elements: your plot, your character, your thoughts, your diction, your music, and spectacle. Before you pick your pen to write, you should have these things at the back of your mind. When you have them at the back of your mind, then as you write, you flow along with all these elements. You inculcate them into your script. Let us now move straight to script writing. Don't forget these elements of drama. They must be present in your script. Now, we want to go into script writing. My first point on this is, do we really know what script is? You hear people say, mo fẹ́ kọ story kan báyìí, story yẹn máa bad, I want to write a story. Do you know that a script is not a story? A script tells a story. What is a story? Let us start from there. What is a story? A story is an event that occurs at a particular time. Story is an event that occurred or happened at a particular time. That is story. So don't mix script and story together. But script is a refined story. Refined story. Just like, okay, we have crude oil and we have petrol. Do you know from crude oil, there are a lot of things they derive from crude oil? Kerosene, diesel, gas, and lot more, and petrol that we use. But petrol is being derived from crude oil, but petrol is not crude oil. We get petrol, we get diesel from crude oil. That is story and script. We get script from story, but script is different from story. And the reason is because script can be a combination of different stories. We can have 2, 3, 4 stories in one script, but each one are different stories. Then we now want to match the stories together and tell it as one story. It is then you are talking about script. Refined stories. You may have 2 to 3 stories. Let me cite an example for you. I want to write a story of a guy from a poor background and a lady from a very wealthy background. How many stories am I having now? 2. I am having 2 stories already. Story of a poor guy, then rich girl. 2 stories already. This is one of the places where we mix it up. 2 different stories. We now want to join these stories together. So we should be able to do that perfectly on the script. So a script can be combination of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stories, depending on how you present them. Script is all about presentation. Is all about presentation. I have this my layman English what do I call it, terms for some things that will be included in your script to make it an interesting one. And I call it ingredients. Ingredients of script. The ingredient of script. Every script must have it. Even if it is 1 minute short play, 2 minute short play, it must have these ingredients. Number 1, please pick your pen to write. Oh, Kulisens, network is disturbing. Adeshola Adegbesokun, you are welcome. I acknowledge you. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining us here. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. I really appreciate you. Thank you for joining us. So, what I'm saying is, number 1, pardon my layman English, I call it ingredients of good and successful script. Number 1, which you must not forget, is what? Suspense. Kulisent, you are back. You are back online. Kulisent, you are back online. Thank you, my brother. Thank you for the support. Thank you for coming. Number 1, which I want everybody to keep in mind, is your suspense. If you are writing your script, no matter how, the script must have suspense. Do you know why? Suspense is a screw with which you tie your audience to sit. So if you don't have it, Omo, you are playing. No. Consider suspense. Consider what I call beginning. Sorry, I'm saying it offhand. I don't write it down. Beginning. Beginning means, in your script, beginning means the first 5 minutes of your production should be introduction of your characters. Let me use Kulisent as an example. I'm writing a script now. So, scene 1, Kulisent running. Scene 2, Kulisent sleeping. Scene 3, Kulisent jumping. Only one person. And there are still other people in the production. The beginning of the script has already ruined everything because no one is ready to waste our time. So please, whenever you want to write your script, a successful script, consider the first 5 minutes of your production. So the first 5 minutes of your production should be the introduction of your characters. Let's say scene 1, you have a fake pastor who does his things. Scene 1, fake pastor. Scene 2, don't do anything that will relate to that fake pastor. Go and introduce another person. Maybe scene 1, you see the fake pastor in the church. Scene 2, you see Babalawo in his shrine. Scene 3, you see Afa. Then your audience will like, let me watch this film. Something is going to happen. Are these 3 people going to fight? Did you get me? So the first 5 minutes, even beginning, is what I should mention first. When writing a script, we've started writing script now. So have it at the back of your mind that first 5 minutes of your script is introduction of your characters. Introduction of your characters. The first scene, you see somebody telling lie. Then the next scene, you see somebody talking to another person that it is not good to tell lies. So the first 5 minutes, the first 5 minutes of your production should introduce your characters. Do you know when we were talking about the element of drama, I told you, second element of drama is character. So the characters you have in your production, the script, the first 5 minutes of your script should introduce all the characters you have in that script. Please don't forget. Don't forget. Character, beginning. So we introduce. Next is surprise. Surprise. Surprise is in scripting, surprise is short-term suspense. Short-term suspense. You will still reveal or release the audience. You don't hold them for long. Yes, you don't hold them till the end of the play. Let's say, for instance, in your production, you have a woman, a very rich woman who has a child, and everything in her life, everything is over or is on this child. We just see one scene where people were crying because straight bullets hit the child and the child died. As an audience, why now? So what is this story telling? Why this boy? Why does he have to die like that? And the woman wakes from dream. That is surprise. Alalonla. So it's a dream. Okay, it's a dream. The story continues. You are requesting for a group to teach and discuss about film. We are going to that. Don't worry, we are going to that. Thank you, Kulicent. So the woman wakes from dream. That is surprise. It's not a long time suspense. Then the suspense, reason behind everything that will be disclosed at the end of the production. Please don't forget these points. You want to write your script. At the first 5 minutes should be introduction. Consider that in your script, you must have surprise. It must be included. Something strange must happen. At the end of the day, okay, surprise. Don't forget suspense. Don't forget suspense. Suspense is very, very important. It is not just necessary, it's compulsory for your story to have suspense. Then comic. There must be comic relief in your script. Everything must not be too serious. And you don't have to paint shock on everybody's face before you make people laugh. No. Even in the dialogue, even in your dialogue, people can relax and laugh. It is not everybody that will be a comedian. And in fact, your production may not be comedy film, but there must be comic relief. There must be comic relief. When there is comic relief in your production, your audience will love to watch to the end. Because people must not have hypertension because they are watching your film. Though the production is a tragedy one. It's a tragic one rather. But because you are giving them comic relief, they may cry later. Even before the film ends, they may cry. It is possible. Before the film ends, they may cry. But, my dear, because you have introduced comic thanks for the love. Thanks. I really appreciate it. Because you have introduced comic relief into it, it will make the production so sensible. So sensible. Please don't forget these points. You want to write a successful script. consider the first 5 minutes of your production, the beginning, to introduce. You introduce. Don't forget to surprise your audience. Don't forget to surprise your audience. Please don't forget your suspense. Please don't forget the comic relief, because you must relieve them of the tension. In your script is triangular shape. This is the beginning. You are beginning here. Let it go up like this. There is a place we call peak. The story goes up to the peak. When it gets to the peak, some call it anticlimax. You have got to the climax, but you must give an antidote. Anticlimax. Then you come down. You took them up. At a particular stage, you need to bring them down. You now level up. Triangular. 1, 2, 3. You go up. When you reach your anticlimax, you come down, then you level up. Please don't forget these points. We are still on the matter, writing a successful script. Writing a successful script. Do you know something that spoils most of our films or stories? Is script direction. If you are writing a script and you don't know what a script direction is, come. You must know script direction. As a writer, you must write with direction. If you just write with illusion, let me just put it down as it's coming to my head, at the end of the day, the story will not even make meaning. So funny and unfortunate. You hear people saying, I want to use the story of my life to do film. Let me tell you the story of my life. If the story of your life is being written as it happens to you, nobody will even buy the film. Yes. The story of your life is the story of your life and how it happens to you. Nobody will watch more than 10 minutes and they switch to another film. Because there are some professional items under script writing that you don't allow in the story of your life. That is why in most cases, story of my life is not interesting. Story of his life is not interesting. Any film that is so interesting and is a true story of somebody, they have inputted some things which are script ingredients and direction. So without wasting your time, what is script direction? What is script direction? Script direction is a path through which you present your story. Let me come back again. Script direction. I'm sorry, don't mind my layman English, but if you are able to put these things into consideration, honestly, you are going to come out with a very good script. Honestly. Script direction is a path through which you present your story. You know, I have told you in a script, you may have 2, 3, 4, 5 stories. So these stories you have, the way you present the story or the stories is what we call script direction. Please jot it down. What are the types of script directions that we have? Number one, BME. That's number one. BME. That's the first script direction. First script direction. BME. BME. That's the first script direction. BME. The second script direction. The second script direction is MBE. Is another script direction. I'm writing it down. BME, MBE is another script direction. Another script direction that we have is EMB. These are the types of script directions we have. BME, MBE, then EMB. I'm going to take it one after another. One after another. So, it is 1 hour class, and I will explain each of these script directions very well, and anywhere we are able to get to for today, we will continue. But please, everything we've mentioned, don't forget them. You cannot write a script successfully without having a script direction. That is, you want to go to, let me use our environment, for example. You want to go to Lagos. You want to go to Lagos. You can, I'm in Akure, and I want to go to Lagos. I may decide to face Ibadan. I may decide to face Ibadan. And I may decide to go through Ore. I'm going to Lagos. I may decide to go through Ore. And if I like, I can face Ado. If I face Ado, from Ado, find my way to Ibadan. It's the main thing, or the main point, is to get to my destination. Please, this class is 1 hour. Is 1 hour. Is 1 hour. Is 1 hour. And I'm going to send notification. We schedule the class due to other plans. Understand? But at least I will give 3 to 4 days notification. And our next class will not be as earlier as this. I've gotten calls from people complaining about the time, that the time is not really favorable for them. So the next class may start by 8 p.m. But please let us finish with what we are dealing with right now. So we are talking about script direction. So BME, what is BME? Or what type of script goes along this script direction? It is simple. BME, MBE, EMB, they are just abbreviation of words. So BME is beginning, middle, and end. Beginning, middle, and end. That is BME. What type of story, or what kind of stories or script goes along with this type of script direction? Under BME, you find a woman who got wedded. After 9 months, she put to bed. After she put to the bed, the husband died. After the husband died, the son or the child starts stealing from school, and the mother is encouraging him to steal. And at the end of the day, even the audience will know that one day the little child will become an armed robber, and in the story the child becomes an armed robber, and the audience is saying, ẹ máa wo Yorùbá film, àwọn ọlọ́pàá máa mú gbẹ̀yìn náà ni. The guy robbed bank, robbed everywhere, do this, do that. At the end of the day, they now get hold of him, and when they got hold of him in the court, he was being, prosecuted, and he cried that ìyá mi o, crying that when she was so young, since her mother did not stop her from stealing, that is why he end like this, and just got a gun, snatched a gun from a policeman, rubbish, shoot the mother. Or they said it happened, and the boy called his mother that he wants to tell him something, and bite the woman ear, and at the end of the day, and the film ends. At the end of the day, your audience will say, orí àwọn tó ibi ti dàrú, rubbish ni wọ́n ń ṣe. Do you know why? The audience can even predict the end of the film. Or you have in secondary school, a guy, and the boy is brilliant from a poor home, and the girl is not really brilliant. So the boy is the one helping the girl in her studies, like that. So they miss contact. Later, they now met. The audience there, and they will now marry, and they got married, and they are living a good life, and the film ends. My God. That is beginning, middle, and ending. So you just start your story from the beginning. You have the middle. Even before getting to the middle, your audience will know your end. And any film or any script that the audience can predict the end, I was taught that is a poor script. When somebody can say, okay, this is where you are going, and you arrived at that point, or you arrive at the place, you are not doing it well. Please, it must not happen. It must not happen. Your audience must not be able to predict. You shouldn't allow it to happen. Your audience must not be able to predict you. If your audience could predict you, oh my God, you are not doing it right. So that is why I will not advise you to go for BME. Don't use it. Do away with it. Don't even like it, because I don't like it. When I watch a production and after 10 minutes, I'm able to, predict what the story is telling. I get bored and call such a weak production. So don't write a weak script. Don't let your script be weak. If you start in the beginning, and even before getting to the middle, your audience are able to know where you will resolve at. They will know your resolution. They will know that at the end of the day now, this is what will happen. And that thing happened. That production have already lost suspense. It has lost suspense. So let me take one more before we call it a day today, and before I entertain any question. The second script direction is MBE. Middle, beginning, and end. This is super. This is super. In fact, this is the best. Always start your script from the middle. Let me call it direction. Always start your script direction from the middle of the production. Always. I use the story of a child who got into robbery the other time, BME. Let us start the story from the guy robbing around. Start the story from the guy robbing, killing, do all those, giving different actions. Of course, unfortunately, don't predict his arrest. Don't predict it. Don't predict his arrest. Do it in such a way that the audience will not expect it when he will be arrested. Now, from there, go back to the beginning of the story before you give the conclusion. Then your audience can nod. Iṣẹ́ náà ṣe síbẹ̀ yẹn o. They really did a good work. Do you know why? The way you presented the story. Because you have not given it straight. If it is a straight line story, no one will be interested to watch a straight line story. That is why BME, the first one I mentioned, the first script direction I mentioned, is too woeful. So you want to write a successful script, please try a better script direction. There is so much probability of starting your story from the middle or towards the tail end of the story. You now take your audience back to the beginning of the story. Don't forget thoughts under element of drama. The process of you taking your audience back to the beginning is exposing the thought of that character. Okay, the guy is armed robber. You now want your audience to know why he's involved in armed robbery. That is why you have to go to the beginning of the story. And in the beginning of the story, you will do it in such a way that your audience will really love to know why. Even the woman that pampered the child when he is so much young, when you go to the beginning of the story, do something like, okay, maybe church or babalawo or afawo, the woman is warned to be very, very careful because of this baby coming to this life. You are pregnant, your baby is coming. This baby, please be very, very careful how you deal with this baby. Be very careful. But unfortunately, the woman got the message twisted. When a mother is being warned to be careful with a child that is coming to life, the message is not telling you to spoil that child. The message is not telling her to spoil the child. Be very careful, because this child that is coming to life is a strong child. Is either the pastor, babala, or whatever, is just telling the woman to take cognizance of some things about the child. But unfortunately, the woman got the message wrong. This fact has to be defined by the script. So go to the beginning, then the end. And at times, I tell people, when you put end, that is the end to you, how you want the story to end. No story, how do I put it? I said, no story have end. No story. A guy has been suffering all his life, and one day he got successful, got a good job, got blessed, built house, and say the end. Is that the end of the story? Even when he has everything, another story will begin. That is why Indians do give us season stories. You would think it is the end of the production. You just see somebody coming out of the bush, taking you. Understand? So if you conclude your play, it doesn't mean that is the end of the story, but you just wish to conclude that play at that particular time. So today we've been able to talk about the 6 elements of drama. We've been able to talk about writing a script, the beginning, introduction, putting suspense into it, and lots more like that. Then script direction. Thanks for the love. Thanks so much. Thanks so much. God bless you. Then lastly, we talk about the script direction. The script direction. We have 3 script directions. We have the BME, we have the MBE, and we have the EMB. So I explained earlier that BME is a straight line story, and in most cases it is not good. That is why we discovered that most true life stories are not interesting. But because it will go through a BME direction, because that is how it happened to me. You'll be hearing the producer, story ayé mi bó ṣe ṣẹlẹ̀ sí mi nìyẹn. That was what I experienced. That was what I passed through. Forget it. What you passed through, many people are passing through what is more than what you are passing through. You want to use a true life story to produce a film, then give it to a professional script writer who will give a correct script direction. Because your normal story, your normal straight line story, nobody will be ready to watch. Nobody will be ready to watch. So a very sweet and good script direction is MBE. When you start the story at the middle point. The middle point, now you bring the middle point to the beginning. That's what I'm saying. Because the audience will see the middle point first. And whatever that happens, you now need to take them to the beginning of that incident. You take them back to the beginning, where you are really supposed to start from. But because if if you start from the beginning, the story will not be interesting. So you take them to the beginning, and from the beginning, you will not come to the middle again, because the middle has already been seen. You go to the end. You go to the end. But there is mistake that many writers do make when we are taking our audience to the beginning of the story. You will see flashback. Me now, I want to do flashback. I will flash back to an event that happened, and I am not in the scene of the event. When you watch it in film, it's rubbish. Do you know why? It is not possible for you to remember what you don't see. Please, when writing your script, you want to take your audience back in your flashback. You must do it in such a way that the person that is taking people back to that event is in the scene. Don't do a fake flashback. It's just like me now. I want to do a flashback of what happened in your house today, where I was not present at all. But we will see it in films. This is how it happened. In the flashback, the person relating or relaying the flashback is not in the story. So we have very few minutes to go. next week or next time, don't let me say next week. Next time we continue from where we stopped. And I don't know if you have any question, please just type your question. Just type any question you want to ask concerning either the element of drama, either writing a successful script, the ingredient of a successful script, and script direction. I don't know if you have anything to ask. Please ask. We are about to end this class right now in your comment section. I thank everybody who has joined this live streaming. I thank you for your comments. I thank you for the time you spent with me. I appreciate you. I appreciate you all. I say God bless you. We are just seeking for knowledge. We want to improve ourselves, and we want to improve the people around us so that we'll be professional. Nobody's an island of knowledge. Please, everything I have said in this live streaming, if you have another better point that can help people, please just type. I will read it out and they will see it. Please, is welcome. I welcome everybody on board. I welcome everybody on board. Please, let's just communicate. Let us learn from one another. We want to learn. We want to learn. I want to learn. Do you know what? I want to learn, because the more I give these lectures, the more I know it better. One of my teachers used to say long then that whatever you know and you are not able to teach to understanding of another person, you don't know it. So, but what you know and you can teach to the understanding of another person is what you really know. Please, anything that you know that can benefit others, please don't hesitate. Don't to tell us. Don't hesitate to tell us, and don't hide these facts to yourself alone. Púpọ̀ ìràwọ̀ òun ni iyì ìràwọ̀ lójú ọ̀run, but many people don't know. Púpọ̀ ìràwọ̀ òun ni iyì ìràwọ̀ lójú ọ̀run. Please, let us share ideas. Let us share ideas. So I'm using this few minutes waiting if there is going to be any question. Any question. So the questions I have here is, how many hours is this class? We've started with 1 hour, and it's going to be 1 hour class. After 1 hour, we are going to end the section. So that as answer to that question. And which day is another class? What I will do, because we have programs. We have programs. So I will schedule another class, but at least give 2 to 3 days notification. I will give 2 to 3 days notification, but note this: the next class will not be as early as what we are having now. I've gotten calls from people who are really interested in joining us, but they couldn't simply because of the time. So, by the grace of Almighty God, our next class will start 8 p.m. It's going to be 8 to 9 p.m. And another question or point that was raised by somebody earlier on was asking for a group on film discussion and what do I put it, or how can I call it, film production and lecture. By the grace of God, we are still going to that. Because by the time we start practical, because we are still going to teach or talk about camera angles, crossing lines. As an actor, you should be able to know when your cameraman have a cross shot, or when he or she cross your line or cross the line. As a good actor, if you know angle, man, is really going to add to your credit. Then you will be able to work with everybody, because you tell them, even the cameraman, you are not supposed to stay there. You took the white from here, you should be here. So by the time we get to talking about light positioning, camera positioning, light positioning, so all these things has to be practical. So we'll do the practical, then we put it in a group. By the grace of God, the group will commence, or the group will start as soon as possible. But I just want us to finish whatever we can do here, because we are just starting this, and I am so sure that with God we have a good ending. Once again, this is Star Picture TV. Please, if you have not subscribed to this channel, subscribe. And as you subscribed, try to on the notification bell so that you will be the first to be notified anytime we post any video. Yes, please subscribe now. Turn on the notification bell. When you turn on the notification bell, you will see the upper bell. Just click the upper bell and your notification will be turned on. Anytime any video drops on this channel, you will be the first to be notified. Yorùbá bọ̀ wọ́n ní kì í dùn púpọ̀, wọ́n ní ṣókí báyìí ní ọbẹ̀ oge. Wákàtí kan gbáko la ti ń lò láti dára wa lẹ́kọ̀ọ́. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, wákàtí kan òun ṣe ló dàbí ìṣẹ́jú kan tí kò bá ń ṣe ti network. If not for network, that is just going and coming. Man, this class would have been more interesting. So I will always appreciate everyone who joined me for today's live streaming. Thank you. If I come here and I don't see anybody, I will be so disappointed. But once again, I say thank you. Next time, same station, we meet and we learn from ourselves. Bye.